Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. And today I have something special for you. This is 2002 Subaru Forester, which was involved with the collision with the deer. This vehicle came today being driven. It's not towing, it was completely driven. I didn't see so far any fluids leaking, right? So normal drivable vehicle, and all I saw was the check engine light in the dashboard, right, in the instrument cluster, but I'm not sure even if it's related to the damage. So let's go and see what happened to this cute 2002 Forester. The first problem which I found was immediately the door. If you try to open it, it won't. Now let's see why. Right? So this is damaged here, all bent, that front driver's side fender, and therefore the door cannot be fully open. But as I said, normally drives, I did very short test drive, and besides the check engine light in the instrument cluster, no problems. So we are looking on outside, and here are those details, right? This gap, it's off, right? The gap with the hood, it's completely gone, right? Obviously this entire fender was pulled out. Here it looks like the head. Look, this line, this side of the vehicle, it's perfectly straight. This light, fog light, is good, but starting here, missing grille. This part seems to be pushed badly inside. Destroyed headlight in the pieces, right? This hardware broken off, these parts. I see possibly blood of the deer right here. This got hit, right? Really badly damaged. Not sure what this is. Might be the deer. I'm afraid these are remainings of the deer. So more here, right? The hair and so on. Yeah, pretty nasty. It definitely got hit hard. The young driver, student driver who was driving it, she's okay, nothing happened to her at all. And that's the best news about it, right? Car is car, but she completely walked away from it. No airbags deployed, as you saw already, right? Nothing happened. So this is basically from outside. Starting on the driver's door, I don't see damage. I don't know what this is. Actually, that's a hair too. So that might be part of the collision, but I don't see the dent or anything like that. Apparently the back seems to be okay. So let's go see if I can open the hood, if it's possible, and what we will find out underneath. I got my gloves on. I don't want to cut myself or touch any of these remainings of the deer possibly. Now she drove it here, so fortunately that was holding, right? Something just fell out of it. There will be parts, broken parts falling off. So let me look. She got lucky that this didn't open. Oh, we got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I apparently was thinking it will be better, and I'm finding out it's a miracle actually that it drives. Let me show you what I mean. Suddenly it's becoming obvious this vehicle will need some repairs, some extensive repairs. This won't be fixed with some cheap repair. I can see that has a fairly new radiator, right? Brand new hose clamp, brand new radiator cap. But look on the frame, right? It was pushed here. That entire part was pushed in. The good news, I'm sure that can be purchased, right? This part and fixed, but it's pushed in. Now, it's a miracle that it's not leaking anything. Look how close. This is where it's supposed to be, right? The fans. This is the one of the fans, but look at the other one. This is completely pushed here. This cover for the AC belt, it's who knows where. We will probably find it later. It's supposed to be here. Expansion valve, right? This is a nightmare. It's actually pushed right here on that AC connector. The radiator is bent. That radiator, it's not straight. How come it's not leaking? That's a miracle. Look the angle, how it travels backwards. Isn't this something? Wow. As I said, I'm surprised that this vehicle keeps driving and was able to get here. So I will remove some of these things, I guess. This is obviously not repairable, right? And maybe it will give us better view. Very, very interesting. I think this is a good example that Subarus run forever. One of the main reasons why the vehicle was given to me today for this kind of evaluation is that basically asking, wow, right? So all this is complete junk. Maybe I should save this rubber for them. But the bulb and everything, this is unusable. This adjuster and so on, it cannot be transferred on the new part. I will keep this for them, so they don't have to pay for it. If they are even able to save this vehicle, right? That they don't have to pay for it, possibly. But look, this is what we are looking at. Of course, pieces of broken plastic everywhere. This old connector, right? This needs to be replaced because it's completely crashed and destroyed. There was this light right here. These are the remainings, right? Again, you can see it. There is that skin from the deer here. That's why I'm wearing gloves. I don't want to touch it with my bare hands. This is all bent, damaged inside pretty severely. And I'm removing these loose parts because they are still hoping it can be driven not far from here, right? And obviously we don't want any of that fall off the vehicle while it's driving 60 miles per hour and that it could hit another car on the road. So now let's go in the stage 2. Forester, it's up in the air. We saw all the damages up there, right? Let's look what's happening here. So, oh wow, look at it, look at it. The timing belt cover got hit and it's split, it's cracked, right? And that is potential problem for driving it. I wonder, it's the small part, right? The one on the driver's side, it's a small part, and that definitely should be removed so it doesn't cut the timing belt, at least for that temporary short drive, if they want to drive it to their home and deal with the repairs over there. So we can see this valve cover is definitely leaking, or it's the filler tube, who knows, right? But this head gasket, this is not related right now, but this head gasket is leaking. This car looks way better from outside than from here, right? So the concern is cracked cover, the small one. Look, all this oil. I believe this is only oil. I believe that's not a coolant. I see the color of the oil and it's consistent with that, but definitely leaks here, right? I'm moving, let's be organized. I'm moving to the passenger side. So that timing belt cover, full of oil. Where is it coming from? Hard to tell, I don't know. Right, all the way up there around the power steering. It looks like a fairly new belts. Oh, maybe just one of them. I'm not sure about the other one. Typical oil drop of the engine oil on the oil filter. If you look on this head gasket, definitely leaking. This vehicle will need that repair. Tore the boot here on the power steering, right, and so on. But let's go back to that deer damage. Now look the space here between the fan, right, and the engine. Here everything's fine, but as you progress here, the fan is actually touching the drive belt tensioner. It was pushed all the way in, right, and there is that peeling of timing belt cover. So the very immediate repair will be pull that frame forward, which will create space here, and there will be chance to deal with that timing belt cover. But shockingly, right, that fairly new radiator, it's not leaking anywhere. I don't see any leaks. I don't see coolant. It wasn't present on the ground, right? So this subby actually dealt with that hit in a good manner, I will say a reliable manner, right? And was able to bring the owner safely home. So for that, I will say I salute you, Forester, because that's what's needed, right? There was a severe collision with the deer, but vehicle brought the owner safely home. Just going backwards, right, I can see the CV axle was replaced fairly recently, yet the service never took any time to remove all that grease, right? It splashed all over everywhere here. I just don't care. It's not theirs, so what? Let's just move on different car. Continue, obviously, I will continue to the back, right? We are not done. We have to go through the entire vehicle. So everything else seems to be perfect. I don't see any more parts or remainings of the deer. This seems to be perfectly fine. I'm not finding any damages. That's good. Everything happened just in the front and everything seems to be fine here. That's it. So I hope you enjoy this tour. Now I have to go and put everything what I saw in writing and contact the owner, right? And they have to decide if they want me to pull this a little bit forward, remove this cover, and they will be driving. But yeah, it looked better on outside, definitely. The damages are far worse than I thought. Thank you for watching and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.